What's up, guys? Sub-Zero here, back for another VOD review, and I have to do another Setsuko VOD review because look at this guy. 500 LP, and the second place LP here is waging at 225. No one else on the ladder has crested 300 LP, and it's not even like he's really playing more. I mean, YBY1 has more games than him played with 300 less LP, which is just absolutely crazy. That win rate is nuts. That top 4 rate is even more nuts. I mean, the guy is just a monster. He's just an absolute monster, so we gotta watch what this guy is doing to see how he's being so consistent on ladder. It's funny because, you know, just thinking about this set, I wouldn't think immediately that this is like a set that's really suited to Setsuko. You know, it's not a set where you immediately think, you know, every game is going to be like a fast 9, super easy to do that, win streak and just play that every single game. Not really. I mean, this set's a lot of like, oh, did you get the right emblem? Did you get the right spot to play this reroll comp? All this kind of stuff for now, and we'll see. Maybe it'll open up in future patches. But right now, this set and this patch feels very conditional here. We are going to hold on to the Ezreal here instead of the Caitlyn pair. I think this makes a lot of sense just because can you ever really turn down an Ezreal here? I don't think so. And Caitlyn too, she's all right. But, you know, unless we are playing some kind of Stargazer reroll, I doubt that we are playing towards that. He does check Stargazer here, and we see the Fountain, which is pretty underwhelming for a lot of different options here. So we're very likely to pick up the Vex too, and hopefully have some kind of Primordian opener with Vex. I'd love to pick up a Rogue, which we do actually pick up in the Talon here, which is nice, and we're going to hold on to the Atrox as well. All right, first augment here, Replication, Advanced Loan, High Voltage. Don't completely, like, none of these really jump out to me immediately. I mean, maybe you could take some kind of like Replication into like Sword and make a triple Vex item, but it's a little sketchy. I think I would be looking at Advanced Loan from these. He rolls once, finds Aura Farming, Calc Loss, and Portable Forge. 3 really good options as well. I think with our decent opener, we can actually take Aura Farming here. And I know this is a favorite of Setsuko. I watched some of his VODs and he likes to pick this up a lot. And here's where we get our direction for the game. Which, you know, this set is a fantastic thing to have, is something that says in big red letters, like, this is the thing that you are going to play here. But it's not actually, you know, so simple. I mean, we'd love for it to just be Aura Farming Vex or Blitzcrank or something. We could play towards this kind of like very standard Vex board that we have been playing a lot, that we did in the last VOD review. But we don't get that. So now we do have to kind of figure out, okay, what are we, what line are we playing? How are we playing around this Jhin unit? There is a line that I have in mind that, spoiler alert, is going to be what we go towards this game. And I actually think that this line is like highly underrated. Even when you're not in a spot where you're Aura Farming Jhin, obviously Aura Farming Jhin is some sauce on top of it, but you don't have to be. Also, check this out, the full open here saying, you know what, I lost the first fight here. I don't need to win streak in this spot here. I don't have an econ trait yet, but I do really want to potentially grief these other people who are lost streaking. I don't think there's an Anima player yet, but we'll see as we scout the lobby more if anyone does end up in that spot there. We do see the Pantheon here, but Setsuko being diligent, we're not going to buy that just yet. We want to try to scare off these other lost streak players and maybe make them accidentally have to into their board. We could even play the full shebang, and okay, yeah, he thinks about it for a second and then is going to play kind of a half shebang here. Holds on to just the Timebreakers and a random Briar here. So we can take our lost streak, play our Timebreaker here. Setsuko knows that, you know, it's good to play for win streak, but after you've lost that first fight, after we don't really have a reasonable slam here, no need to play for win streak in a spot like this. All right, into God selection here, Echo plus Kale here. Ooh, the artifact one is quite tempting, especially with the Radiant coming. The upside is you do have like a bow here that you can put onto the Jhin here, but yeah, I think I like this a lot here. Just grabbing artifact here, especially because we already have all of this delayed power coming in the Jhin, and so getting this delayed power even further with getting an artifact. I mean, the dream is we'd get an artifact for Jhin. I don't, off the top of my head, know if there's a really good one. I mean, Gold Collector sounds pretty good. Any of just like the AD backliner ones are probably good. I mean, Snipers is probably not even bad on him, though he is already kind of a sniper, so it's a little redundant, I think. But okay, we will continue to lost streak on this board here. Keep our Timebreaker in. The other Aura Farming player here has Sona with a blue buff, but I mean, not really anything to worry about. I think the Sona unit is kind of crummy to itemize. And also, Jhin is a really interesting unit to itemize, I would say, because this guy, as a duo carry, I think is an absolute crank. He's an absolute beast. He does a lot of work as a secondary carry. As a primary carry, I think he's pretty garbage. If your game plan is I'm just going to put 3 items onto Jhin and hope that Jhin kills the whole board, you are going to have a very bad time. This guy just cannot carry the whole board on his own. What he can do is a little tickle monster-esque. Tickle everybody on the board, do damage to everybody on the board, and then you can use another unit to kind of clean up the damage that he's done, or vice versa, right? You can have somebody else do damage to the entire board and then have Jhin clean them up. And so you need to be thinking about when you're playing around Jhin, who is our duo carry going to be on this board? Because you must reach one. If you do not reach a duo carry, if you were just trying to primary carry this Jhin, you're going to have a very bad time. I've tried it before. To not good success. So yeah, I mean, at this point, we are just chilling with this board here, making our gold, trying to figure out items at this point, right? Because we haven't slammed anything just yet. And we do want to slam 4 Jhin items. We do take the glove here with the idea being IE. You really do not want to build Quinzu's Rage Blade onto this Jhin unit. It is not very good. I think the red buff is a perfect slam here. Yeah, I think this is great. It gives us access to heal cut. But yes, do not build Quinzu's. The attack speed to AD conversion that he does is pretty poor. So you do not really want to be building that much attack speed onto him. You can build it if you must, but you really want just raw damage items. We have the DB already plus the IE. That's really, really nice. Luxury subscription is probably too crazy to take here, but it would be really funny. I guess Built Overflow is our best default option here. Giant Name Mighty's interesting. I mean, it's going to give you that front line that you can play for Jhin. I took this the other day, and it felt really good in a completely different line that I played. But yeah, he's going to grab this and say, you know what? I know for a fact that I'm going to hit this Jhin. I do just want to stabilize here. Also, the 3-2 roll is quite interesting here, saying, you know what? There's a lot of stuff that I can hit in this spot to stabilize my board. I have, I found this random Mighty Mech, but I mean, the big thing is we found Pantheon too. I just want to save a little bit of HP this stage. And I mean, we have these free rolls. And so, use one of them. It's not really the end of the world. And, maybe we hit one of our pairs and put ourselves into a good spot. We're also going to make the Even Shroud Slam here, get that Armor Shred out of the way. Of course, means, if you in your head are trying to figure out like what line are we playing, move down. We're not playing any kind of Nova line this game because we have made our Armor Shred. We don't need to play that. But we are still just going to chill on this board here. Fit Mordekaiser in for now with the Lissandra, actually. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it seems fine, I guess. But yeah, we might as well play the 3 Brawler and maybe get 4 in later. But yeah, I mean, we continue to chill on this Timebreaker board and just kill as many units as possible, right? Setsuko is very good at win streaking, but when he does lost streak, I think this guy really does optimize it. I've never seen Setsuko accidentally like snap a lost streak preemptively or prematurely. Scuttle Parties. I mean, I always click Scuttle Party, but maybe that's my fault. Okay, no, maybe I'm good at the game. And we do find a Corki as well, who is going to be a great duo carry onto this board. Wish we had Emilio here so that we wouldn't even have to play, like we could get Fate Weaver in essentially for free, but I mean, we do have the Caitlyn here, so not bad. And this will give us somebody who can hold on to these items really nicely. And yep, you'll see Setsuko move the items over immediately here. Once again, we're in the spot here where we want to save HP. I mean, every point of HP that we save is another point of HP that we can put into, having a good Jhin board, especially because, remember, we're not getting this Jhin until 4-3 with the way that aura farming works. If we die before 4-3, then everybody in Twitch chat is going to laugh at us, and I don't like when that happens to me. I don't think Setsuko likes when it happens to him either. We do pick up a win here. This is beautiful off hitting the Corki here, and we do get a Bard here on 7 as well. He's gonna, trying to figure out what board he wants to play with it. Thinks about actually, I'm kind of surprised he didn't want to play the Replicator there. But yeah, he's just going to play the Bard onto this board, which also, I'm actually curious to see if Bard is going to end up on our board later. There are certainly Bard Jhin boards that exist out there that you can play towards. And so we'll see if that's what Setsuko wants to play for. And we do grab the extra XP here. So, I mean, yeah, so far, it's been a pretty chill lost streak game. I really do think that Corki pickup saved him a lot of HP. And we do get our cash here, which is Death's Defiance. Do you reforge this or do you actually try to play for it? Because, I mean, if we do want to play for it, then we have to figure out what board we're actually playing this on. So this is where the game is going to get a little bit hard. Getting to our cash out and figuring out what board we are going to play with it. We do get a ton of gold here, which is great for us. Means that we can probably 4-2 it with decent gold here. Does buy the Nunu here. Nunu just one of these premier 4-cost tanks and is actually just going to send it because we do have the extra EXP from the 2 wins there. So yeah, this is on interval. We might as well roll down here. Find a Rammus here who's a big in. Find the Jax as well. Going to make Protector's Vow into GS here, and then gonna full reforge the Death's Defiance. Yep. And ooh, we get this one, the AP one that it looks like the Dark Seal from League of Legends, but is it even that one? But it's the one that you basically link up with your biggest tank, and they kind of like feed into each other, your tank and your carry here. Last augment here. What do we need in this spot? Gold wouldn't be bad, and combat wouldn't be bad. I think I would be looking for gold here if we could find it. I don't know that we even really... I love items. I love stuff like pants grab bag, big grab bag here, but I don't think it's actually good in this spot because we're kind of good on items. Group hug, I know, is a fan favorite or a people favorite. I don't know if it really... I would be liking crash test here. Yeah, I think crash test is a perfect pickup in this spot here. The dummies are going to get bigger with the giant and mighty, and it's going to buy more time for our Jhin here. We're going to continue to roll down, just try and ensure that we stabilize the board here, and just going to hold on to the stuff we got right now. The 3 meeple, the jacks for Bastion. We have the Nunu as well that we can play around for now, and yeah, we're just going to get the Rosted on this board as well for just a 5 straight Ross. The Armor Namar is really crucial on this board because of all the extra HP that we're getting from our augment, so really nice to play for. We are rotating into a Soraka's Miracle front line there, but can Corki hold on? Ooh, really close loss, but it is a loss at the end of the day, which is unfortunate. Do pick up Blitz, one of Setsuko's favorite units to fit on these type of boards, and now he's going to start open selling the board, going to fit the Xayah in here, and this is more of the kind of default board that I think is quite strong. Though, ooh, he's kind of cooking here a little bit here. Okay, he does pivot kind of into this version, and then just moves the items over to Jhin here. But this Jhin Xayah board, I think, is honestly, you don't have to have aura farming to get there. You can just play it from fast 9. You can even play Xayah Karma and then play into this. I've played that line before. Also, we portal in a bard there, which is not bad at all. But I feel like this board is actually very, very underrated. Let's look at... Ooh, yeah, you must... I think we just need to take real items here. Oh, my God. And we get the Bard 2 here. I mean, it's just too good. It's just too good. This spot is insane. We have the Blitzen on this board as well. The Corki on the board for now. Usually this guy's going to come off. But, I mean, to be fair, a 2-star Corki, I mean, he's not horrible to play around. And the Bard 2 is going to be fantastic for us. Get the Mordekaiser in here. Great... in on this board to get Vanguard and also, I mean, it's a triple trait, you know, right? He's Dark Star Vanguard and Conduit on this board for the Bard. So I mean, it's just he's a great guy to fit on this board whenever you can. And I mean, honestly, Setsuko has just, I mean, with a few high rolls, I will say, won't say that he didn't hit that Bard too, which is pretty good. But he's just transitioned really, really naturally into a very, very strong board. Once again, one of these boards that I feel like I don't see this played that often, and as I talked about, you can play a pretty similar board. Just keep, the 3 meeple type stuff. The Nunu plus the Rammus Duo tanks on this board are really nice. And then you just play a Karma plus Xayah, make your meeple unit the Meep C, and then you get Voyager in. With Karma Xayah, feel really happy about that, and then eventually you transition to a board like this. You play the Jhin plus the Bard here, who are just, they're best friends. They fit so many nice traits in together because obviously the Mordekaiser links them up really, really nicely. You can fit 3 Stargazer in, which once again, I mean, our Stargazer this game is not great. It's the Fountain. Also, we actually just immediately grab this for... it can't be DB adaptive. What showed? Yeah, I mean, I guess it is just DB. Yeah, DB adaptive here, and then you just move this here, and he's trying to figure out where he wants to put the anomaly here. It's not amazing onto Bard. If you put it on a caster, it already gives heal cut. I wonder if you ever move Vow to Nunu and then just put it on frontline, because like the extra heal cut is not really that necessary. I think I like this setup a lot, and then we just Vow the Nunu. I think that's beautiful. The way that we put this all together. Yeah, this looks great. Puts us into a good spot, and we can just continue to chill a bit. He is in a little bit of Gnar jail. You'd love to play Gnar on this board, right? Over Corki. You get 3 sniper in on this board and still just get to fit Meeple. But, I mean, his board's so strong at this spot. It's not the end of the world that we don't have it, but you'll see, I mean, fights can still be close. We are aura farming, right? I think, you see a lot of aura farming boards. Every time I rotate into an aura farming board, I'm always like, oh my god, I'm fighting a Vex too. And then I look at the rest of their board and I'm like, oh, the rest of their board's trash. Not really the case with Setsuko's board. Managed to find the front line in Rammus 2, and some extra duo backline in the Bard 2. But you do still have to realize that we are down an entire gold augment. If someone reaches the exact same board as us, we are going to, lose that mirror matchup because we're completely down a gold augment. So got to keep that in mind here. The Rammus is such a good tank in this line, and I mean, we do rotate into a very scary Vex board. Oh my god, we do just barely pick up that fight win. We actually farm a Vex. I wonder if Setsuko... Oh, okay, I was going to say, I wonder if we hold this on bench just to deny that player, but he is going to sell it off just so we can pick up the Xayah too, who is... in the ideas of duo carries, a great duo carry on this board. It's really nice because Xayah spreads her damage around. She goes, throws all the little feathers around, and then Jhin also has, the first few shots are kind of focus fire damage, and the last shot is this big splash damage, which can sometimes, with the Xayah just piercing the back line, plus the Jhin splash damage, plus the Dark Star. Sometimes you can just, snipe out a backliner, which is just fantastic. I think we'd be looking at Bard item here. Doesn't really find much, so yeah, he's just grabbed the blue buff here, which I don't think is your favorite, but, not bad at the end of the day. Pretty decent, and we are going to continue to chill on this board and just try to cap even higher. As far as frontliners go, so we hit the Rammus first. You can play Rammus or Nunu as your main tank in this line. Nunu obviously loves the mana style items here. We have the Vow onto him. It's just so good onto this guy. I mean, it allows him to guarantee almost get that first cast off. It's the same thing as like Vow Swain in last set. For caster CC tanks like this, you just always want Vow onto them because it provides you that starting mana, which will allow you to get a cast off and, hopefully... not die before casting. That is the worst case scenario with Nunu, is that he dies before getting a single cast off. Rammus does a lot better with these pure tank items, but honestly, I mean, if you hit a Nunu 2, you can throw him onto him. The thing is, this Nunu unit is very contested these days. He is one of the most contested 4-cost units in the game, just because this board plays him. If you're playing any kind of like Vanguard, regular frontline, if you're playing AP stuff, it holds him as well. Like, everybody's trying to play this Nunu, and you do really need to know how to position against this guy. I've played a lot with Nunu, and the simple explanation of the way that his ult works is that he just draws a line, and whatever line that he can draw that hits the most units is where he's going to throw the ball. Now, it's a little bit more complicated with that. Something that's very interesting is he can't really... he cannot put a ball where one of his own units is blocking them. He can drop a ball on top of an enemy unit, but like imagine he wanted to place a unit where this Jax is, a ball here. He cannot do that, actually. He would have to put the ball here and then push it, perhaps like this direction or something like that, which means that this does limit, like he can only place, the ball here or here, and then he can either go, to the left or to the right here. He obviously put the ball there and then threw it to the right because there was a big clump of units on the right. So all this to say, when you're playing against Nunu, you want to make little bait setups for Nunu kind of to push away. If you have your carry on this side, you can maybe put a couple of units on this side and try to have him ball in this direction. You do want to kind of consider where he can actually place the ball. That's something that tripped me up a lot is, there are some scenarios where if he gets blocked in, he cannot place the ball in certain spots here. So once again, he has to place the ball on these units and then roll it. He can also, and you can see he placed in front of him and rolled it there. He can also, you saw the other Nunu roll towards us for a second. I thought it was our Nunu balling backwards, but he can ball backwards sometimes if you have like a rogue or something that jumps behind him. Oh, this is going to be a matchup for the Century, by the way. It is our very capped board versus Setsuko's sort of bread and butter board, but they are playing the Sona variation, which is actually a really cool variation. He's going to swap around, keep the Nunu on this left side here, trying to get him to cast and then ball towards the Vex. Nunu does have the ability to go there, but I think, yeah, he's going to go to the right because there are more units. We do try to CC, but yeah, we do miss the Vex here, which might be crucial here. Also, this Edge of Night, oh my god, it was so close. I mean, it's really nice onto the Jhin here, but... is not just enough yet. We do pick up an IE here, weirdly enough, and actually throw Samir on this board for just the 4 sniper cap out because he's like, you know what, the Sona mod does not matter very much, so I'm going to move the IE here and then just go, full damage here, and then he's just going to, throw Edge of... Oh, Edge of Night Nunu! Whoa! I mean, low-key, it makes sense just to keep him alive here. Our Nunu ball, ooh, that's a really rough one. We're at 16 HP. We could die here, actually, with a rough Nunu ball like that, though we kill a lot of units here. We do actually win the fight, even though, oh my god, I mean, Jhin just locks in with full damage here. We do pick up Nunu 2 as well. These are really big upgrades on the board, and we'll see. We'll see if we can cap it out for that dub here. All right, I mean... The big thing in these fights is always Nunu ball. You need to position the Nunu in the right spot here. He's swapping backline around to try to kind of avoid the enemy Nunu ball here, and we'll see if we've done it here. Our Nunu ball looks like it's going into straight Narnia here. Yeah, absolute garbage, honestly, for ours. And theirs is hitting all of our units. Oh, no! And we get absolutely cleared. I don't know if that was a Nunu ball diff or just an upgrades diff, but either way, it is a solid second here for Setsuko. He was looking at some GeoGuessr before the game. Still a really fun game. Showcased off this the Xayah Jhin board that I think is really honestly underplayed. You can play this in fast 9 setups. Like I said, you can play the Xayah on level 8, stabilize on that, then push 9, play this. And it's just another little nice thing to have in your pocket. Say, you know what, I can't play a Vex every single game, but I have AD items playing around Xayah. I can transition to Jhin, and you can certainly win lobbies with this comp, as we almost did here. So, hope you guys enjoyed this video. As always, If you did, like the video. It costs literally nothing and helps out the channel a ton. This is my job, and so any little thing that you can do to help out that's literally free, helps me be able to do this as a job and not have to go back to the real world and get a real job. I mean, look, we're re-examining stuff in a year, so I mean, the number of likes, if I get one more like on this video, I'll quit my job. I already did. Comment down below, have you played this comp? Do you think this game was high roll? No, it probably wasn't. This was actually a pretty low roll game from Setsuko. Subscribe if you enjoy the content on the channel and you haven't done it already. Check out my Twitch down below. I'm going to be playing more Box Bootcamp tomorrow. I am kind of on the chopping block for that, so I need to grind a lot. But I'm going to be doing that starting at my usual time, 8 a.m. Pacific time. So go check me out there and check out my Metafy as well. We got another group session this week where we're going to do some VOD review. We're going to do some meta overview. So like if you want to get one of your VODs reviewed, go sign up in the Metafy group. Not too many people have posted VODs yet, so sign up to the Metafy group, drop your VOD in, and you will literally get your VOD reviewed there, and also a ton of extra information, and you'll be part of a group of players who are always motivating each other to learn and get better at the game. So it's great. All right, I will see you guys in the next video. Thanks for watching as always. Yeah, bye-bye.